Tom's not here tonight to prep for his questions.
Tom took a night off. We'll have Coach do a quick opening statement, then we'll take questions for just the two players, and then we'll let them go, and then you all can fire away with Coach. So, they had a couple thoughts?
Yeah, well, I thought, once again, a lot like the other night, our defense kind of got us going, and we were able to get a run there in the first half. And I thought the guys that came off the bench tonight were phenomenal. They gave us just a great lift, not only energy, but scoring, defense, rebounding. And, we got to keep building. As I told the guys, it's funny, when one guy takes a play off defensively, we get exploited. And but these guys making shots tonight was great to see, because I know how hard they work on their shots. But once again, good win for us.
Questions for the players?
Landon, it seemed like throughout the first two games you were getting open looks, but the shots just weren't going in. So how do you stay confident in your shot, and how do you feel to make this push forward?
Just staying confident. Just, put a lot of work in, and the shot's gonna fall. I've been working with Coach Bennett a lot. He comes to like every single one of our practices. I call him the shot guru, because he just fixed like one thing. There was a practice where I maybe went like 0 for 5. He talked to me afterwards. He was like, fix it, just keep it high, don't dip. And the next practice, I swear, I went like 10 for 10 from threes. But staying in the gym and staying confident, it'll come.
Landon, you had some struggles on Friday night, particularly kind of getting blitzed a little bit behind the three-point line. The ETSU brought some similar actions defensively to attack you there. What was the focus leading up to this game, kind of getting it out quicker and avoiding those struggles?
Well, we knew they were going to hard hedge tonight, so we worked on it yesterday and today leading up to the game. If when they hard hedge, just get the ball out. But last week I did struggle with that. I was just playing too fast last week, thinking too fast. But I pride myself on playing under control and being poised, so I decided to get back to doing that tonight.
Okay, so heat check a little bit in the second half?
Yeah, I can't airball a heat check. I can't airball a heat check.
That was discussed.
And DJ, it also seemed like you kind of found your rhythm and confidence and to step back at the end of the first half. How do you feel like you're kind of adapting your game, just showing what you can do?
Just letting the game come to me, not trying to force any shots, and just trying to, move the ball and find my teammates and my teammates find me.
And how do you think maybe, once you play more games, the scouting report might change a little bit and teams are going to start to play different? And how do you feel like, what's the adjustment to the adjustment at that point?
I faced it before, like teams face guard, try to deny you catches, but then that's just when you lean on your teammates and try to help them, because they're going to play me tight, and that opens the floor up for other guys.
TJ, obviously you've been known in your career as a shooter, as a scorer. You struggled with some turnovers the other night, tonight 4 assists, no turnovers. As you've come into your new role with Butler this season, how have you been able to really develop chemistry with who you've been dishing off to?
Sorry, ask that again?
Just building your chemistry with the guys you're passing to.
That just comes with playing with guys in practice, and learning, your teammates' game, and where they like to catch the ball, where their spots are. That's pretty much it.
DJ, you had to steal, Landon, you had to steal as well. Just defensively, how are you guys able to use those steals to get out and run, and just how does it help the offense just continue to flow?
We emphasize defense, and we know we're best in transition, so just trying to, we call them kills, so 3 stops in a row. But just trying to get stops and get on the run, because that's, again, where we know we're best at.
Yeah, we let our defense lead to our offense. We're a really good offensive team. You got to work a little harder on defense, a little more communication. You got to be more active. And I think in the first 3 games when we've gone on a run, it started on defense with blocks, steals, that type of thing. So we just let our defense lead to our offense.
All right. Anything else for players?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, fellas. Question for Coach.
Coach, you were 10 deep in the first 9 minutes of the game. You got 29 bench points tonight. You talked about in your opening statement some of that. But how much of that is being able to get to those guys early and being able to rely on them to get minutes that early?
Yeah, it's funny, because that's the one thing that we always talk about is when you come in the game, you got to give us something. You've got to give us energy. You've got to give us rebounding. You got to a bucket or whatever. But you've got to elevate the game when you come in. We don't want to stay the same. And I thought those guys, because it was kind of tight, they came in and did a nice job getting a run. And you hope it's still early. but we can get our rotation going a little bit, and we think we've got depth. We really do, and the more we can get these guys in, it's funny you think about it. This time last year we didn't even have 10 guys, and so I'm happy with the progress we're making. There's just so many areas we can continue to grow in.
Statistically, about as efficient as you get in transition, 19 turnovers, and you scored 36 points off of those.
Yeah.
How much have you kind of worked on developing that speed, really operating at that tempo, which you didn't really do as much last year?
Yeah, I think just from the standpoint of we talked to our guys about, really good teams score off their defense, and I think just from the standpoint of what we're doing right now defensively, and a lot of it, you don't have a lot of preparation for teams, and I think the more we can continue to prepare, I thought our guys did a really good job tonight of what we thought East Tennessee State was going to do and what we wanted to take away. I thought we did a good job with it, and that's something that we keep reiterating to these guys about how important scouting is, and not letting their best players come in here and have great games against us.
We've talked about wanting the full consistent 40 minutes from your team. 4 for 16 from 3 in the second half. How did you feel your team played for the full 40?
I thought we were better than we were last time. Nobody's ever. I'm never satisfied, but I thought coming out of the gates, we were better than we were the other night. I think just from the standpoint, we had a couple possessions there mid second half where we kept fouling. We fouled and put them on the line for like 4 straight free throws, and those are things that you got to get cleaned up. You can't do that in a tight, back and forth type of game.
How important was it to get Jalen going today? It seemed like you guys were really feeding him. It seemed like he's kind of starting to find his rhythm offensively.
Yeah, I was mad at the one he shot the 10-footer when he could have ripped the rim down. I wanted him to attack the basket, but they were hard hedging, and our guys did a good job of getting out of the hard hedge and finding the guys, and we need Jalen, Andre, Bowden, those guys got to keep coming, man. They really do, because what I love about those three is they're all three different, and all three of those guys give us a different element to our offense and to our defense.
And speaking of defense, just Posh's on-ball defense, just seems like he gets one of those steals off the main basket, and he's kind of lingering back there, and then loses track of him when he gets some steals. Just how just peskiness that he has on defense. Just how does that help the offense?
Tell Posh this all the time. He's a piece of work, and it's because we show him, because there's times where we don't. I tell him I don't know what you're doing, and the other 4 don't know what you're doing, but we have to live with that because of what he brings to the table in terms of he took it very personal tonight that number 1 was averaging 22 points coming in the game, and he said, Coach, I like one time I told him to back up. He said, no, I know what I'm doing here, and I said, okay. But no, I just he brings such a tenacity to him, and it's important to him. He wants to guard the best player. He wants to at times it's funny. He doesn't care who he's guarding. I mean, he'll take the 5-man. He doesn't care, and Ja's a little bit like that as well. And I think the more guys we can get with that type of mindset, the better we can be.
When you attack Connor Turnbull in the post, or if he's coming over and help defense, it doesn't work out particularly well for opponents so far. 6 blocks tonight. Can you talk about how he's really made a difference in that area, but also how you've seen improvement in him depending on
Yeah, Connor his awareness is getting better. He doesn't believe in himself in guarding the ball yet, and there was a couple times tonight where he had the guy. All he had to do was just one more lead step, but I him off the ball, his timing and just sort of the awareness is getting better. He's getting his hands on balls, and with his length, with his athleticism, that's what we need him to do on the defensive end.
So you mentioned that, like, he had one poke away in the perimeter today on the pass. But with that length, is that something you're kind of looking for him to do a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely.
The length, think he can recover?
Yeah, no, we want all those guys to play as long as they possibly can, and Connor's one. I don't know, a week or so ago, I stopped practice, said, Andre, Connor, put your arms up, and look how much of the floor you two cover when we're like this, and so those are things that we got to do. And against a team like East Tennessee State that you know they really look to drive you, ISO you, that sort of thing. Those active gaps have got to be there.
You played a couple lineups tonight with the 4 underclassmen on the floor together, Landon, Finley, Bowden, and Connor, and then you also had time with Gio, the 3 in that lineup. What'd you like out of your future tonight?
Well, you know, I think the more we can get those guys experience, the more we can get them, you know, game experience, because, you know, we're getting ready to go through a stretch here of playing, you know, yeah, I mean, it's on now, and I think we've done what we're supposed to do. And you know, now as coaches, we got to keep challenging our guys. We got to keep making our guys better. We got to keep teaching, and just keep hammering home what we got to get better at. We really do. Right. Thanks, guys. Oh.
So real quick, just to follow up, you said it's on now. What are a couple of things that you've learned over these first 3 games that you think translate as the schedule gets tougher? But the personality of your team.
Yeah, you know, I think we've shown some grit. We've shown some toughness. That's what I wanted out of this group. The biggest thing I like right now is just our togetherness. I mean, you know, you think about, and we talked about it the other night, but like we got 11 new guys in that locker room. And you know, the things that they're doing off the court in the classroom, the things that they're doing together as a team, you know, I think you know, you can win games in the locker room and you can lose games in the locker room. And right now, I like where we are, and you know, keeping them hungry. We can't let up. We can't relax. We can't. You know, we're 3-0. Whoop-de-doo. It's the next game, and that's where we've got to do a great job of continuing to get these guys prepared, continuing to teach what we need. You know, we're still stagnant at times on offense, and every time we get the ball moving, something good happens. So, you know, those are things that as a coach, you know, I like where we are, but I'm nowhere near satisfied.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.